Have you ever pondered what might be hindering you from fully embracing life after 70? Could it be that, despite the wisdom you've accumulated, there are still burdens, both physical and emotional, holding you back? In today's video, we will explore 8 essential things to release in order to attain the peace, freedom, and happiness you genuinely deserve. This journey goes beyond merely tidying up your living space. It's about clearing out the complexities of your life. Whether it's letting go of physical clutter, toxic relationships, or outdated beliefs, each action you take toward simplifying your existence is a step toward liberation. The world unfolds as a pathway to a more fulfilling and joyful future. You may be astonished by how minor adjustments can yield significant outcomes. By the conclusion of this video, you'll possess practical steps to begin welcoming a lighter, freer existence. Why should you watch this video until the end? Because we're not merely discussing concepts. You'll discover how to establish boundaries that safeguard your peace, how to transform your mindset to welcome change, and how to release outdated habits that no longer benefit you. Picture awakening each day with a refreshed sense of purpose. Imagine a life where you are enveloped by relationships that uplift you, a home that mirrors your true self, and a daily existence rich with simple joys that feed your spirit. Stay with us, and by the end of this video, you will feel empowered to release what no longer serves you and open your heart to a future filled with joy, peace, and abundance. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the notification bell, ensuring you never miss an update. Your support is invaluable, and if this resonates with you, I hope you enjoy it. In this video, your support can help us continue sharing valuable lessons. If you resonate with the topic, please like and share. I invite you to comment 1 if you enjoyed it, or 0 if there's room for improvement. Your feedback is essential for creating better content. Now, let's dive in. As we navigate through life, the physical clutter we gather starts to weave a narrative. Each piece, from the furniture that once graced the living room to the well-loved sweater that has weathered time, holds memories, emotions, and the very essence of who we are. We once were. I've often found myself pausing to run my fingers over a photo album, catching my breath as I relive those moments that seem both so distant and so dear. A box of letters tucked away in a dusty corner transports me back to times I hold close to my heart. Even an old chair, creaky and faded, whispers stories of countless conversations and laughter shared. These objects become more than just things, they become pieces of our identity. But as the years pass, the sheer volume of items we've collected can begin to feel overwhelming. What once felt like treasures now begins to shift into burdens, subtly weighing down our homes, our minds, and even our spirits. As we reach a certain age, particularly after 70, it becomes essential to engage in a heartfelt conversation with ourselves. It's crucial to reflect, are these belongings enhancing my life today, or have they merely become space fillers, forgotten remnants of my past? Undoubtedly, some items deserve to be cherished, those precious few that still hold meaning, like a photograph that evokes a transformative journey, a cherished keepsake handed down over time, or the beloved chair where countless hours have been spent immersed in stories. These possessions have rightfully earned their significance. Yet, there exists a plethora of items that can be liberated, things that have outlived their intended use. The extra set of dishes collecting dust in the cupboard, the stacks of magazines resembling neglected memories, or the attic brimming with overlooked treasures, these are the belongings softly urging to be released. Releasing physical clutter transcends the notion of simply eliminating the reflecting on the past or dismissing what once held significance isn't the goal. Instead, it's about finding harmony with our journey and creating room for the present and future. It's about granting yourself the precious gift of breathing space, both physically and emotionally. When I embarked on this process, I began modestly with just one drawer and one box in the basement. However, the act of sorting through these items evolved into something deeper than mere decluttering. It became a mirror of my current self, my aspirations, and the feelings I wish to cultivate in my life. Yet, this journey is not without its challenges. It demands a certain level of vulnerability. Embracing the reality that some aspects of our lives no longer align with our current journey can be challenging. Yet, the liberation that comes from this release is profoundly rewarding. As you sift through your possessions, reflect on what truly brings you joy and which items have turned into mere burdens, sapping your energy. The distinction may be subtle, but it exists. The act of letting go isn't about harshness, it's about mindfulness. Picture the lightness that would envelop your space, both in a tangible sense and emotionally, when freed from the weight of excess clutter. Space signifies an opportunity for the things that genuinely hold significance, be it a serene moment shared with someone dear, a beloved pastime, or the liberty to appreciate your environment. In the act of releasing what no longer serves you, there lies a chance to create a positive impact in another's life. The possessions you've clung to could rejuvenate someone else's existence. That old dresser you've kept might just be the ideal piece for a young couple starting their journey together, and those books you once cherished could ignite inspiration in a new generation. Giving away items can feel like a profound gesture of kindness. Offering a means to generate a wave of goodwill and spread the happiness these items once provided you. Ultimately, the aim is to cultivate a home that genuinely mirrors your current self, rather than the person you were years ago. A more straightforward environment, yet deeply enriched in significance. When you enter a space where everything is organized, and each piece has a role, a soothing tranquility envelopes you. The serenity that accompanies the act of letting go is deeply impactful. This journey transcends mere organization, it serves as a reflection of life itself, centered on the act of releasing. Letting go to welcome the fresh, releasing the burdens that hold us back, allowing us to rediscover what uplifts us in a world that can feel heavy. Crafting a sanctuary within your home stands as one of the most impactful gestures of self-care you can bestow upon yourself. Your home, your heart, and your mind are worthy of the liberty to cherish the beauty and joy that each moment brings. In the later stages of life, every moment is a valuable gift, one that should not be squandered on draining relationships that sap your energy. Envelop your existence in shadows. At 70 you've journeyed through a tapestry of relationships, some vibrant and nurturing, brimming with love, understanding, and support, while others may have been marred by conflict, resentment, or the heavy burden of obligation. Now is the moment to introspect profoundly on the bonds that shape your days and evaluate whether they enhance your well-being, or strip away the tranquility you rightfully deserve. Detrimental relationships in all their guises can be remarkably insidious. They can emerge in a There are various ways to experience this. Perhaps there's that one friend who consistently reaches out just to unload their troubles, never pausing to show any concern for your life or well-being. Or maybe there's a family member whose mere presence leaves you feeling diminished, unimportant, or as if you're perpetually treading lightly. In some of the most painful relationships, the toxicity arises not from overt anger or insults, but from a profound indifference. It's the subtle pain of being rendered invisible, unworthy, or as if your existence barely registers at all. Over time, these types of connections can erode your sense of self-worth and steal your joy. You may find yourself questioning your value, wondering if you deserve respect or kindness. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're still with me. I've come to realize that life is too short to remain in relationships that don't nurture or uplift you. Choosing to let go of toxic relationships isn't about holding on to negativity. Resentment or seeking revenge is not the answer. It's about embracing the love and respect you truly deserve. It's about recognizing your worthiness of peace, kindness, and respect in every interaction. Especially now, as you've reached a pivotal point in life, you have earned the right to live free from the burdens of emotional pain. When you distance yourself from toxic relationships or establish firm boundaries, it's not an act of selfishness, it's an act of courage. You are advocating for your emotional health, affirming that your well-being takes precedence, and indeed, it's essential. Challenging as these relationships may be, they could have been intertwined with your life for years, intricately woven into your personal narrative, or perhaps caught up in family dynamics that bear the burden of guilt, expectation, and fear. It's only human to be concerned about others' feelings or the judgments you might encounter. However, I assure you that establishing boundaries is not an act of selfishness, it is a significant expression of self-respect. Releasing toxic relationships doesn't always imply severing ties completely. At times, it involves reshaping those connections. May involve reducing the time spent with specific people or altering how you engage with them, maintaining discussions that are light, neutral, or confined to subjects that avoid reopening past issues. This strategy can empower you to take charge of your connections, safeguarding your sense of self and tranquility. Picture the liberation that arises from being in the company of those who inspire and support you. Envision a life brimming with genuine laughter, meaningful exchanges, and serene companionships that enrich your existence. Embracing the feeling of being loved and appreciated is a precious gift you grant yourself when you let go of toxic relationships, making way for genuine love, kindness, and connection. The bonds you cultivate now should resonate with your values, bringing you the joy, peace, and fulfillment you rightfully deserve. After a lifetime of learning life's lessons, you have earned the privilege to spend your golden years surrounded by those who recognize and celebrate your true self. It is never too late to transform the narrative of your relationships and seek out what truly nourishes your spirit. Embrace the love that nurtures your spirit and safeguard the tranquility you've meticulously built. Life is fleeting, and you are far too precious to accept anything less than the serenity you rightfully deserve. As the years progress and you enter the golden chapter of your existence, there comes a compelling need to pause and contemplate all that you have borne throughout the decades. For many, responsibilities have been an unwavering presence, from nurturing children and navigating careers to investing time and energy into various commitments. Investing our time and energy into our communities has often defined our identities, weaving the threads that form the fabric of our lives. Yet, as we gracefully transition into our 70s, a crucial question arises: are these responsibilities still enriching my life, bringing me purpose and joy, or have they subtly transformed into burdens that deplete my energy, leaving me feeling overwhelmed and fatigued? Unnecessary obligations can creep into our lives without us realizing it. They start as minor, seemingly innocuous commitments, but will soon transform into burdens that anchor us. Perhaps you've taken on the silent role of support within your family, the one everyone relies on during difficult times, even if that role no longer fits you. You may find yourself adhering to traditions or obligations out of sheer habit, long after they've ceased to enrich your life. Or maybe you persist in caring for an expansive home or garden, a once proud space that now feels like an endless chore, robbing you of your time and tranquility. These duties, often rooted in affection or devotion, can gradually drain your vitality, leaving you with scant energy for your own needs. Releasing these burdensome responsibilities is not an indication of desertion or disregard, rather, it is a way to respect your own well-being. It's a choice to redirect your attention to what genuinely brings you happiness, satisfaction, and tranquility. This is a profoundly individual decision that may evoke a torrent of feelings. For instance, if maintaining an expansive property has shifted from a point of pride to a mere obligation, think about transitioning to a more manageable living situation. This change will liberate. It's time to savor life's simple pleasures. Take a moment to read that book you've been meaning to dive into, or enjoy a walk in the park, feeling the breeze on your face. If family members have come to rely on you for everything, it's okay, no, it's necessary, to gently set boundaries. This isn't about withdrawing your love, it's about encouraging them to step up and find their strength, just as you've had to do in your own life. Letting go can stir up guilt, perhaps for years or even decades, as you've defined yourself by your ability to care for others. Help others navigate their challenges and carry their loads. It can be difficult to change that story and release the responsibilities that have become intertwined with who you are. However, it's essential to understand that stepping back doesn't diminish your concern, it signifies that you've come to value your own well-being as well. When you let go of these burdens, you create space for a fresh sense of tranquility. Imagine waking up each day unencumbered by an endless list of tasks, free from the obligation to fulfill someone else's needs. Check off a dozen tasks. Your time is your own and you can spend it as you see fit, whether it's indulging in a quiet cup of coffee with a friend, exploring a new hobby, or simply sitting in silence feeling the stillness of the day. It's all yours. Imagine the joy of being fully present in these moments without the tug of unfinished obligations. Life after 70 should feel like a celebration of all the rich experiences you've had, the lessons learned, and the wisdom you've gathered. It should be a time of embracing the joy that still resides in your heart, a moment to concentrate on what feeds your spirit. By letting go of those burdensome duties, you create space for a more straightforward, purposeful existence where your energy is devoted to what genuinely counts. This transcends mere practicality. It's about bestowing upon yourself the treasure of liberation. It's about entering this new chapter of life with a heart brimming with potential and a soul eager to welcome the experiences that ignite your passion. After all, you've deserved this. You've dedicated countless years to nurturing others, maintaining the rhythm of life. Those around you. It's time to prioritize your happiness, your peace, and the quiet joy that arises from pursuing your passions. Releasing unnecessary responsibilities is not selfish, it's a celebration of self-care, a well-deserved reward after a lifetime of giving. As you step into your 70s, life presents a unique and beautiful gift, a profound opportunity to pause and reflect on the intricate tapestry of your experiences. This is a moment to revisit the joys, the challenges, and the victories. Even the mistakes that have shaped you into who you are today. These chapters of your life, no matter how chaotic or flawed, have brought you to this moment of self-awareness and insight. Yet, it often feels as though lingering regrets and that critical inner voice of negativity threaten to obscure this reflection, robbing you of the peace and self-compassion you genuinely deserve. Regrets, like quiet shadows, seem to trail us even in our brightest moments, creeping in to touch that vulnerable part within. Reflecting on the roads not traveled and chances overlooked, you might find your thoughts drifting to the career left unexplored, the dream that lacked the pursuit it warranted, or the connections that didn't flourish as you envisioned. The what-ifs echo in your mind, persuading you that your life could have been flawless had you chosen differently. Yet, it's essential to remember that life isn't about achieving perfection, it's about the exquisite chaos of growth, the process of stumbling and rising anew, and the lessons learned along the way. Every choice leads to the person you become, shaped by experiences that include mistakes, failures, and regrets. These elements hold value, contributing to your resilience, wisdom, and heart. Yet, negative self-talk can be one of the cruelest thieves of joy. It sneaks into your mind like a whispering shadow, insisting you should have done better, that you didn't try hard enough, or that you don't deserve happiness after everything you've faced. Those harsh words can feel like a second skin, woven tightly around you. Delve deeply into your self-perception, and you may overlook your ability to confront it. I pose this question: would you ever address a loved one with such harshness, such a lack of respect for their value and dignity? If not, then why permit yourself to be treated in that manner? You, who have navigated a life filled with courage and resilience, experiencing both joys and heartaches, have emerged from trials stronger each time. You deserve to engage with yourself using the same tenderness, care, and compassion that you so generously extend to others. Releasing your regrets and quieting that inner critic does not mean ignoring the mistakes of the past or dismissing their significance. Rather, it involves granting yourself forgiveness, a forgiveness that transcends simple kindness and becomes a profound act of liberation. It is about freeing yourself from the constraints of should have and could have, and opting to move forward with a light heart, unencumbered by a past that no longer serves you. It is about shedding that heavy weight and understanding that it is not the mistakes that shape your journey are not the end but rather the beginning of your growth. To liberate yourself from those inner critics, shift the story you've been telling yourself. Rather than dwelling on what went awry, take a moment to honor the bravery it took to make those choices, regardless of the results. Each decision was made with the understanding and tools available to you at that moment, and that alone signifies resilience. Consider the insights you've gathered from every misstep and setback. It is through these challenges that You have cultivated a deep understanding and strength that now enrich your heart and mind. These experiences are not setbacks, they are integral parts of your journey of personal development. Embrace them, honor them, and equally important, learn to cherish the present moment. Regret holds you back, while negative self-talk obscures the beauty and possibilities of today. Permit yourself to fully inhabit this moment. Dedicate time to foster mindfulness. Consider journaling your reflections, meditating for a few minutes, or simply sitting in nature, allowing yourself to be present. The tranquility of the world envelop you, allowing these moments of presence to serve as a bridge to the vibrant life unfolding around you. They remind you that the past is but a fleeting shadow, one that you can choose not to let dictate your present. You have the power to embrace joy, peace, and fulfillment, regardless of your history. Releasing regrets and self-criticism is not merely an act of kindness towards yourself, it is a powerful reclamation of your story. It is a conscious choice to view your life not as a series of missteps, but as a rich journey defined by growth and discovery. Resilience, learning, and above all, love. When you grant yourself grace, you create space for peace and contentment to flourish. You deserve this. You've earned the right to live with a heart unburdened by the past, ready to embrace the joys, the growth, and the fulfillment still waiting for you ahead. Embrace that future with an open heart, knowing that no matter where life takes you, you are enough just as you are. As the years pass, there's a beautiful, often humbling realization that the little choices we make each day matter. Have a lasting impact on the quality of our lives. By the time you've entered your 70s, your body has carried you through a lifetime of experiences, heartbreaks, triumphs, challenges, and blessings. Now, it asks for the care and attention that it has so selflessly given you in return. Yet, how often do we find ourselves still holding on to unhealthy habits, even though we know deep down they are quietly stealing away our joy, our vitality, and our inner peace? These habits are often the ones we justify to ourselves, ignore, or feel powerless to change. Change manifests not as a sudden jolt but as a gradual seepage, quietly siphoning away the vitality from our existence. It's crucial to understand that detrimental habits extend beyond the apparent domains of diet, exercise, or sleep. They intricately entwine themselves within the core of our everyday practices. We may forego meals in the rush of life, choosing instead hasty, unhealthy options, or we might shy away from physical activity, seeking solace in stillness, even as our bodies crave movement. The simple act of overlooking those yearly medical checkups becomes yet another thread in this tapestry of neglect. What may seem inconvenient or unnecessary can accumulate over time, resulting in more significant health concerns. Additionally, there's the emotional aspect to consider. Unhealthy habits impact not only our bodies but also our minds and hearts. We find ourselves trapped in a cycle of constant worry, engulfed by the negativity of the news, or withdrawing from others to avoid being a burden. These patterns, often hidden from view, take hold deep within us, becoming so ingrained in our lives that we sometimes struggle to recognize them. Envision a life devoid of their presence, yet the reality is that they are not a certainty. They need not dictate our later years. If you are still engaged with this video and find these insights valuable, please comment "Tobe" below to signal your presence. The wonder of aging is that it offers a chance for transformation and rejuvenation. Regardless of how entrenched a habit may be, change is perpetually within reach, and the ability to initiate that change resides within you. The initial step involves a profound reflection on your habits. Are they genuinely? Are they truly serving your needs, or have they simply become habits that feel comfortable? Rather than skipping breakfast or opting for processed foods that offer little nutritional value, consider dedicating time to prepare something wholesome, like a warm bowl of oatmeal or a fresh piece of fruit. Instead of remaining sedentary all day, could you incorporate movement, even if it's just a brief stroll around the block or some gentle stretches? And when it comes to your mental well-being, rather than allowing the relentless negativity of the news to burden you, what if you sought out more uplifting sources of information? Weighing on your heart, consider shifting your focus. Perhaps dedicate that time to listening to uplifting music, diving into a good book, or connecting with a loved one whose presence brings you joy. Transforming long-held habits is a challenge, and it's essential to approach yourself with kindness throughout this journey. Remember, it's perfectly fine if progress feels gradual. Change doesn't have to occur in an instant. The important thing is to acknowledge and celebrate the small victories as they arise, for they truly hold significance. Whether it's opting for a healthier snack, adding a few extra steps to your walk, or ensure you are getting sufficient rest each night. These small adjustments are akin to seeds sown in rich soil. With time, they will flourish into something remarkable. They will generate a ripple effect of well-being, influencing every facet of your life. It's also important to remember that seeking assistance is not a sign of frailty but rather a significant stride toward resilience. Whether you connect with a doctor, a nutritionist, a therapist, or even a friend to accompany you, you are making the path to healthier habits more attainable and enjoyable. Consider the journey ahead, and take a moment to envision the liberation that accompanies these shifts. Imagine waking each day with renewed energy, feeling invigorated and more vibrant. Visualize engaging in the activities that bring you joy, whether it's strolling through a park, immersing yourself in a good book, or cherishing moments with loved ones. Picture the sense of accomplishment you'll experience, knowing you've prioritized your well-being, reclaimed authority over your body and mind, and released detrimental habits. Isn't about feeling regret for the past, it's about hope, about your future. It's about recognizing the immense worth of your body and mind, treating them with the respect, care, and kindness they deserve. In the end, the decision to choose healthier habits isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. It's about living with joy, vitality, and an overwhelming sense of gratitude for every precious moment, no matter how old you get. 6 outdated beliefs as we journey through life. We gather beliefs that guide and protect us, helping us to navigate the complexities of life. These beliefs serve as familiar companions, providing comfort at times and direction at others. However, as we journey through life, some of these beliefs, once sources of security and purpose, may no longer align with who we are or the paths we aspire to follow. As we age, it becomes essential to pause and reflect on the beliefs we've clung to for years, perhaps even decades. Are they still beneficial, or have they outlived their usefulness? Transform into barriers that prevent us from fully experiencing this vibrant and beautiful stage of existence. By the time you reach your 70s, life reveals its truths. Certain beliefs lose their ability to shield or direct you. Perhaps you were conditioned to think that aging meant a gradual, unavoidable descent, leading to a sense of fading or losing your essence. There may have been moments when you felt too old to explore new avenues, or when you perceived seeking assistance as a weakness rather than a source of wisdom. These constraining beliefs frequently expand. Emerging from societal expectations or the messages instilled in us during our upbringing, you may have sensed a constant pressure to place others' needs above your own, or perhaps you viewed change as a daunting force that threatens the comfort zone you've cultivated over the years. However, the truth is that these antiquated beliefs no longer define you. You possess the ability to shift your perspective at any point in your life. You are not bound by the convictions of your past. Letting go of old beliefs does not equate to dismissing everything that has shaped you, rather, it involves honoring your journey. Embark on a journey that celebrates the wisdom you've acquired, channeling that insight into crafting a life that resonates with your true self. Reflect on the narratives you weave daily. Do they brim with potential, or do they bear the burden of self-imposed constraints? If you catch yourself saying, "I'm too old to learn this," take a moment to consider the countless individuals in their 70s, 80s, and beyond who are flourishing by embracing new technologies, enrolling in classes, or reconnecting with the world in ways they never imagined. If you believe it's too late for transformation, pause and reconsider. yourself, what have I already navigated in my life that I once thought impossible? When we start to question these outdated beliefs, we open ourselves to the beauty of the unknown. The idea that growth ends with age couldn't be further from the truth. It's quite the opposite. The older we get, the more life has to offer. There is always something new to explore, something exciting to experience, or a way to grow deeper in connection with those around us. Think about it. What would it feel like to walk into the next phase of your life with a embrace of a mindset that welcomes the possibilities ahead? Is transformative. Picture substituting "I can't" with "I'll try," or "it's too late" with "now is the perfect time." The liberation felt in that shift is remarkable, akin to exhaling after a prolonged hold. This change not only ignites a sense of vitality but also rekindles a purpose and energy that may have been dormant for a while. It serves as a reminder that every moment, regardless of age, presents a fresh opportunity for growth, joy, and fulfillment. Isn't merely a distant fantasy or an elevated aspiration, it is concrete, accessible, and attainable. Releasing outdated beliefs represents one of the most profound acts of self-compassion you can extend to yourself. It serves as a graceful means of discarding the unnecessary weights of unrealistic expectations and allows you to step into the liberation of living life according to your own desires. It involves accepting the reality that your potential is not constrained by your history but is instead defined by the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. As you welcome this liberation, you pay tribute not only to the experiences and insights gained over the years but also to the remarkable, uncharted possibilities of the years ahead are waiting for you. Each moment from now on presents another opportunity to reshape your life, to craft a new story, and to embrace a heart brimming with potential. This is truly the most liberating choice we can make for ourselves as we grow older. As you enter your 70s, 7 financial concerns fade away, marking the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one that stands on the solid ground of decades filled with dedication, sacrifices, and thoughtful financial strategies for countless individuals. The journey has been long and arduous, marked by diligent saving, tough choices, and sacrifices of small comforts for a larger goal. Perhaps these habits stem from years of financial struggle, raising children, or simply preparing for a future that once felt uncertain. While those efforts were necessary at the time, it's essential to pause and reflect. Do these lingering financial worries still hold the same weight, or have they become an anchor tying you to a past that no longer serves you? Are they preventing you from enjoying the peace and the freedom you've earned through years of hard work and perseverance? Can feel overshadowed by financial anxieties that often extend beyond their practical limits. Letting go of ingrained habits of frugality and caution can be a daunting challenge, especially when they have been part of your life for so long. You might find yourself hesitating to invest in things that could bring joy or comfort, held back by those familiar fears. What if something unexpected occurs? What if I run out of resources? What if I become a burden to my loved ones? These concerns are indeed valid and deserve consideration. It is important to remain aware of your resources, yet it's crucial to recognize the delicate balance between caution and a pervasive sense of dread. This fear can hinder your ability to appreciate the present and savor the rewards of your hard work. Now is an ideal moment to pause and evaluate your financial standing with clarity, confidence, and faith in the choices you've made throughout the years. If you have dedicated your life to preparing for this phase, it's time to embrace that preparation and release the anxiety that no longer serves you. A trusted financial advisor can offer a reassuring sense of security, ensuring your resources are managed effectively. Release those persistent what-if thoughts that disrupt your peace of mind, and instead embrace the empowering reality of having a well-structured plan. It's about having confidence in your ability to make informed decisions, guided not by fear but by knowledge and a profound understanding of your current circumstances. Money, after all, serves as a tool rather than a goal. It is intended to enrich your life and provide comfort, joy, and the freedom to pursue your passions. Imagine using it to craft beautiful memories with your family, indulging in hobbies you've always wanted to explore, or traveling to see the world through new eyes. Perhaps it's as simple as investing in a comfortable chair for your home or treating yourself to a meal out with close friends. These are not luxuries or indulgences, they are essential investments in your well-being, your happiness, and the legacy you'll leave. It's time to see spending not as an act of waste but as a way to enrich the life you've built. After years of hard work and dedication, it's time to release the unnecessary burdens of financial worry. This isn't about shirking responsibility, it's about having faith in the wisdom you've gained over the years. The true value of money isn't measured by how much you save, but by how you utilize it to craft a life rich in meaning, joy, and connection. You've toiled for decades, now is the moment to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Imagine the liberation that comes from shedding the constant anxiety of what if and opting to embrace a life filled with gratitude instead. It's about making choices from a perspective of plenty rather than lack. This shift in mindset can provide tremendous relief and unlock new opportunities for experiences you've desired but thought were out of reach. It fosters gratitude for the individuals in your life and the small, beautiful moments that render existence so valuable. It's the blessing of selecting happiness over anxiety, connection over solitude, and liberation over concern. By releasing unnecessary financial burdens, you regain your time, your energy, and most crucially, your joy. You permit yourself to concentrate on what truly matters. What truly matters are the people you love, the moments you cherish, and the peace that comes from knowing you've done your best. This isn't about reckless spending but about understanding that your resources are here to serve you, not to restrict you. You've earned this freedom, and now it's time to embrace it. This is the time to savor life, appreciate the blessings that surround you, and live with the understanding that you've worked hard for everything you have. This chapter in life, your chapter, deserves to be lived with nothing less than the utmost fulfillment. Fullness of freedom, peace, and joy can sometimes be overshadowed by the fear of change. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, change often feels like an unwelcome stranger knocking on our door at a time when we long for comfort, stability, and familiarity. By the time you reach your 70s, the thought of change can stir up deep feelings of uncertainty, anxiety, and even fear in a world that has become predictable, where routines and surroundings offer solace. Unknown can feel like a daunting abyss that we may be hesitant to step into, but here's a profound truth. Change is not your enemy, it is, in fact, the gateway to growth, healing, and renewal. In our later years, embracing change can be one of the most powerful, liberating, and transformative choices we can make. The fear of change often stems from a deep-rooted desire to cling to what feels safe and known, even when what we are holding on to no longer serves us. Whether it's the thought of downsizing a long-time home or grappling with new technology that appears daunting or adapting to the physical transformations that come with aging can evoke a natural reluctance to change. It's human instinct to gravitate towards comfort and steer clear of discomfort, particularly as we grow older. However, while this resistance is understandable, clinging to the past can hinder access to the myriad possibilities that await. Each change, regardless of its size or perceived insignificance, holds the potential for opportunity, a chance to reconnect with your true self. Others in ways you never imagined, and even shape a life that is more aligned with who you are today, not who you were yesterday. Releasing the grip on fear begins with shifting our perspective. Instead of focusing on what you're losing, turn your gaze to what you stand to gain. Yes, downsizing might mean parting with cherished possessions, but it can also offer freedom from maintenance and more time to do what truly makes your soul sing. Learning a new skill or taking up an activity you never thought possible can open unexpected doors to joy, adventure, and connection await. Change is not a threat to your autonomy, rather, it is a rediscovery of your ability to adapt, thrive, and grow, even when the ground beneath you feels unfamiliar. Imagine the sweet release that comes with welcoming change instead of fearing it. Envision yourself stepping into new experiences with the curiosity of a child, your heart wide open, filled with the wisdom that has carried you through so much already. In this chapter of life, each new experience is an opportunity to create new memories. Discover joy in unexpected places and find peace in the simplest moments. Letting go of the fear of change transcends mere adjustments to life's practicalities. It is about reclaiming your inherent right to live fully, unapologetically, and with profound freedom. Life after 70 invites you to shed what no longer serves you, releasing the weight of the past to embrace the beauty of simplicity, independence, and fulfillment. This is a time to welcome change, not as a burden, but as a gift that brings joy, rejuvenation, and a deeper connection to the person you become. As we reflect on everything we've discussed today, I want to ask you what you have learned so far. Change is inevitable, but it's also a chance for growth, renewal, and embracing new opportunities. Whether it's downsizing, learning something new, or simply releasing old fears, change can truly transform our lives for the better. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your own life moving forward? Please share your thoughts. Share your thoughts below if you found this video enjoyable. Remember to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated with more content aimed at helping you live your best life. Thank you for watching, and keep in mind that change is not something to fear, it's something to embrace.